My name is George Giones. I'm a software engineer, and I'm part of the development team that has engineered our in-house developed anti-fraud solution. Viva Wallet is a tough company to work in, with many challenges day in, day out, and many strict deadlines, but if one pulls through, the sense of accomplishment is great, and it's quite often. For engineers in particular, very interesting because actually the company has thrown us the keys and they have said, okay, these are your directives. If it works, if it is cloud-based, if the time to market is short after your solution, and if it's reasonably priced, then you can do whatever you want. Since the company was at its infancy in year 2K, we heavily invested in Microsoft technologies. The company has traversed through various lines of business since then. There was a common denominator always, and this was our technology stack. So when Viva Wallet was established in, I think, 2012, our core banking system was released and hosted in our own private machinery, because Microsoft Azure was a little bit immature back then. But in very short time, it reached a level of maturity that enabled us to move our whole infrastructure to the cloud, and soon thereafter our whole infrastructure followed, all our satellite services. And since then, our motto is cloud first. If it does not belong to the cloud, it does not belong to the company. In my opinion, there are 4 key traits. First of all, love for technology. Microsoft pushes new services and updates existing services on a daily basis almost, so one must be able to keep up with all the new stuff. Otherwise, one must consider himself pretty much deprecated pretty soon. Second, attention to detail. Every software engineer knows that any tiny mishap can cause a great disaster, and our job is to mitigate these dangers and these risks as much as possible. Third is dependability. If you say something is done, it must be done within a reasonable doubt, and if you have applied a fix, it must be fixed within a reasonable doubt. And fourth, accountability. If you did it, it's your baby. It's your baby to monitor, it's your baby to refactor and maintain throughout its lifetime. Our company was always a work-from-office company, and everything we have accomplished was after tight on-premises cooperation. We had our take at working from home situation due to the pandemic, but in my opinion it didn't work very well, at least for engineers, because for some reason we ended up working twice as hard for the same outcome, or a bit lesser, or of a lesser quality. So, in my opinion, nothing can beat tight cooperation, on-premises cooperation. Pretty much apparent through all the services that we have developed and pushed to the market in a very timely fashion. For example, Tap on Phone. It wouldn't have been possible through remote work and in a hybrid way of working.